All right, sincere congratulations on your commitment to UCF today. I mean, I know you've been a familiar face around UCF really ever since Gus Malzahn and his staff got here. I know you've been to a lot of visits, a lot of games. You've been to all the recruiting events I think they've had. So when did it kind of sink in for you that you probably were maybe going to go to UCF? And when did you decide you wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way and become UCF's first commitment in the class of 2024?
So I first, like you said, I've been going to all the recruiting events and all of that, and they're local, so that's a big plus. So I say I made my decision that I wanted to commit the last visit for the splash we had. Like when I say not like the atmosphere and the like, it just feels so much like family. Like if you was there, we had a water balloon fight, which that was the most epic thing ever. Like we had a big water balloon fight for at least 30 minutes. It felt like family. And then when was it? It was another time before. I think the second to last visit I took, we
Was
did
that
like a park
there was
contest.
like Bounce House Weekend? I think it
Yeah,
was in June. Yeah.
bounce house weekend. I brought my family out and all of that, and like it was so much love shown to my family. My little brother was actually participating in the pie eating contest with me. He dunked my face, I dunked him. Like it was. So overall, though, like it's just a family there. Like, and I can genuinely say that. So
Yeah.
that's
So
why.
when you were at Night Splash a couple weeks ago, kind of the last recruiting event of the summer, did you kind of let it know at that point that you were probably leaning towards committing? And did you maybe talk to Gus and Kenny Martin? Kind of how did that go?
Yes, sir, I did. I talked to both. Oh, it was amazing. They would love to have me, of course. You know what I'm saying? Also talked to Coach T. Will. Tell him my thought process and got their thought process, and everything was a go.
So did you, before I ask you more about making the commitment, did you take a picture? Did you take a ride in the Rolls Royce?
No, I did not because I was actually in a rush because I had to get home back to my mom and all of that. So
Okay.
I missed the picture with the Rolls Royce. But
Okay, well that's too bad. Maybe they can bring one of those around for another visit. But just what was so? Did you kind of make your kind of pre-commitment at that time, like, or did you do it maybe more recently in the past couple of days?
I guess you could say more recently because I told them like I would keep them posted and things of that nature. And then, thinking, talking to my parents, my family, like, like really just sitting down, having a real talk. Like, is this a good decision for me? Like, would this be the best decision for me? And yeah, that's the common answer we all came to. And it's like, the reason it is such a great, you know, the reason it is such a great decision is because, like, I have a grandma. I live with my grandma who was fighting cancer. So mind
Okay.
you, I live with her. I don't want to leave her no time soon. And I got four younger siblings. I'm the oldest of five, and like being close, like I got like what I'm saying. Like I got two younger brothers to look after too. So I got to teach them everything I know so they could surpass me eventually. And then like I said, like the family, like it's a family at UCF. Like it's not everything isn't just about football.
Yeah. So what was their reaction like? I guess in the last couple of days when you talked to T. Will and Kenny Martin and Gus Malzahn, like it's a big deal. You're the first. I don't know if you realize this. You're the earliest commitment in UCF history. I know Jordan Davis, who's on the team now. I think he committed in November of his junior year. You committing in August, like the first day of school of your junior year. You're the earliest commitment ever. So what was your reaction like when you told Gus and Kenny Martin and all those guys that you were going to be a Knight?
Yeah, they were all so excited. Like we was on the phone. I called them up and everything. We was on the phone. Everything was just hype. Like I loved it. You know, I told them I was gonna commit all of that. We had the editing stuff made. Like it was a cool experience. I loved it.
How much is the fact that UCF is going to the Big 12 next year? I guess you're going to see a season before you get there, but did that just kind of help, for to have UCF kind of go up on your list a little bit, knowing that they're going to be in a Power Five conference playing big time football? How much did that kind of impact things as well?
That impacted it a lot because like I have multiple Power Five offers, and they were in a Power Five school, and like everybody like shoot Power Five, like we're trying to You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so them to be going to the Big 12 is really like a big deal because like now we playing against great competition and we'll have great coaching style to go along with it. And I just feel like with the players that they're recruiting right now and everything is going to fall in line for the program.
How important was a relationship you had with Kenny Martin? I know he was recruiting you. I know he's from Orlando, from the Central Florida area, so he's got that same connection. Being from here, just kind of talk about that relationship.
Yeah, my relationship with Coach Martin is real. Like, Coach Martin was recruiting me early as a freshman. I'm talking about I think it was like my second or third offer. So he was on me pretty early. And every time we talked, like from the first conversation we had, I just knew like I kept in contact with him 24/7 because they can't reach out to me. So I made sure I was calling him at least once a week. Every time some football related, I would call him up and he would let me know like I would send him clips and he would actually like we'll stay on the phone and he'll help me break stuff down and he just overall, and then especially going to one of their practices and in their meetings, like I learned a lot from him and my relationship with him is just the best.
What does it mean to you to be a hometown hero? I mean, it used to be UCF wouldn't get that many players from the local area, but now since Gus got here, even in the last few months, with Pincaven Call, the Harris twins, Braden Marshall, John Walker, a lot of the, not just guys, but top prospects from Orlando are now coming to UCF. Did that resonate with you when you saw the decisions those guys were making these past couple months?
Yes, it did because, like I said, like UCF is trying to turn their program around, and you can see that through the recruits that they're getting. So it's like they're trying to change their program around, and I'm backyard talent, like so that's something I want to be a part of. Like we go to the championship. This is something we could talk about. Like we are all local boys, all local, and we won all the way. So that's the goal.
Do you know a lot of those guys? Like I know Nikai Martinez, I think actually like quote tweeted you today. Do you know some of these recruits, some of these players at UCF right now?
Yes, sir. I know pretty much as far as the recruits that just committed, I know all of them. And as far as the people on the team right now, the only one I know is Nakai.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a great camp. I know he's a freshman. We've heard a lot about him so far. It looks like he's going to see the field right away. So are you going to be like a recruiter maybe a little bit for UCF? You're kind of the guy that everyone's going to look to in that 24 class. I know they're not done with 23 yet, but when you come back on campus next year for, I guess, the next hometown hero bounce house weekend next year, are you going to be the guy that tries to get other guys to join you?
Yes, sir. That's the goal. Shoot, we're trying to build a championship team, so I'm gonna try to help get as many players as I can.
Gotcha. So where does, I know it's still, you still got a couple more years of high school football to play, but where does UCF see you? Have you had talks with the coaches? Or I know you're being listed by some sites as a defensive end. Is it kind of wide open where you're going to play on that defensive line, or what does UCF see for your future?
They say, I was speaking with Coach Martin. He said, strong side defensive end.
Okay.
But not only defensive end, like they'll be able to move me like from end to backer and just have me as a versatile player, not just a one position type player.
Yeah, I know you've been posting clips on social media, on Twitter about, weight room and lifts. Have you made a lot of gains there, it looks like, over the past year or so?
Sir, a lot of gains actually.
Is there anything in particular you're proud of? Maybe a certain lift or something that you've really seen explode here as you've kind of gotten older and kind of getting more experience in the weight room?
Yes. To be exact, it's my power clean because, we'll go to weightlifting meets and because I wasn't always the biggest or strongest. So I would get a lot of my points out power clean. So, my the head coach of my school is also my uncle. So, I was able to outlift him in power cleans and I did 325 for the first time and it was a clean rep and that was just so that is the new goal that I just hit my power clean and I'm excited for. So
we'll wrap up here in a second. I know you talked about, your family and how important it was for you to stay close to home and be close to your family. How do they feel about everything? Are they excited about the decision you make to stay at home and be a hometown hero?
So my family was super happy, super lit. Shoot, they wanted to go celebrate for dinner, but I was in practice. I just got out of practice maybe an hour ago. So, but yeah, my family loves it.
And so, what's the outlook for Wekiva this season? I know you guys are in the middle of practice. You got your season opener in a couple weeks. I mean, what's the outlook for you guys this year?
Honestly, everybody got the same mentality, states. But when I say I really feel like we're gonna go all the way, like I genuinely mean it. Like comparing us to last year, we've came a long way. I'm talking about like we only had maybe like 3 guys leave, like that actually graduated because we had such a young team last year. So, but now everybody pretty much veterans now, and our chemistry together is just amazing, and practices is more live. Like everything about it is just coming together.
Well, I appreciate your time, Sincere. Thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with me. A big day, first day of school. You committed to UCF. You're not going to forget about this day for a long time. I take it we're going to see you a lot. I know you've been around at UCF a lot. Are you going to be at all the games this year that you can get to? Or
Sure, that's the goal. All the home games.
all right. Well, my man, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and congratulations on your commitment to UCF.
Thank you.